Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing for series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. These sound delicious. Please be delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? It happens to be my Corvin's Breed shirt, which is a very cool shirt. I just like it's simultaneously complex and simple. And I kind of like that. But what is Corvin's Breed? So Corvin's Breed is a one-man musical project done by a guy named Matty Corvin, who basically, it's sort of an industrial metal kind of vibe to his whole thing. I don't know if that's exactly what he would quantify it as, but sort of the vibes that it gave off for me. I became aware of his stuff last year in 2023. He was doing some touring with some artists that I went to go see, and actually it turned out that I'd run into him on more than one occasion because he was like doing just general touring stuff, kind of helping out with driving and merch and stuff. But the last time that he came through, he was actually performing, and I was blown away, man. I thought, what he was doing was really cool. I dug his vibe. And then on top of that, he was just a cool guy. After, his set was done, we chatted a little bit at the merch table. Seemed like a good dude. So I got shirt. I also went over there. I got some videos of his performance. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as his music goes, because I think the guy's really good at what he does. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? It's so dark out, and it's only like 4:30, but it's simultaneously, we're in the end of November, and on top of that, it's just super gloomy out today. So hopefully the lighting will hold out. But in the meantime, it's boom! Look at these! What are these? These are from a place called Tony's Fresh Market, which is a local chain of fresh markets, which means that this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. These are their apple spice cupcakes. Ooh, boy. Yeah, man. So I was already planning to go to Tony's. I just got through reviewing some of their Puerto Rican rice. Go watch that review. But I saw that they had a special. This was their November cupcake of the month. And I was like, oh, it's almost the end of November. You gotta get it in. What else could you do? That was the logic in my head. And on top of that, I love apple cider and I love apple spice and stuff. The weird thing is, though, on the website, it's called apple cider donuts. On the thing, it's apple spice. But I'm guessing it's the same deal, just whatever. But it consists of an apple cider cupcake with apple flavor. It's apple flavored cupcake with apple caramel buttercream and dried apple pieces. So neat. I will admit, I'm a whipped cream guy over a buttercream guy, but we'll do it like this. We'll kind of Ooh, they smell really good. Like, they're very fragrant. And let's get a thing. I'll say this much for buttercream. It's like, it holds together a shitload better, but of course it would. It's made from butter. Alright. Let's give it a go. Oh. Mmm. 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 God damn, that's awesome. I mean, based off of the description and everything, I was really excited for this, and I was like, I think I'm going to like this. But I have to admit, that exceeded my expectations. I like the cupcake base. It honestly reminds me a little bit less of like a cupcake and more of like a muffin base. But it's nice. You get that apple sort of vibe. And it's dense, but it doesn't feel like overly dense. And yeah, that working with the caramel apple buttercream, that's really nice. I mean, of course that combination is going to work. That's just a classic combination. But obviously, you have to pull it off in the execution. And I think that's really nice. And yeah, even the buttercream, it doesn't feel like needlessly heavy. Like, it's definitely not a delicate cupcake. Like I said, it's got some density to it. But it doesn't feel like overly sweet or overly dense. And it still allows the flavors to really work nicely. I actually worked at a bakery for a little under a year back in my late teenage years. And, I became pretty intimately familiar with the different pastries and stuff that we had. And I set up quite a bit of muffins to be cooked by the bakers and stuff. And, I mean, I'm by no means an expert. But you can definitely tell the difference between a good cupcake and a shitty cupcake. And these are good cupcakes. They're really nice. I think the flavors are really good. I will say, I think they're at their best when you get a bite where you've got the apple pieces in them. Because not only does it add in just a nice extra texture, but it elevates that apple. When you lose that, it does become more about the caramel. You still get the apple flavor going through, but that definitely, having those dried apple pieces on top, that definitely is like the penultimate version of the entire thing. I almost wish they'd gone over there instead of just sort of doing it with sort of like the chunks. I almost wish they would have gone over there and done it with like smaller pieces and kind of done it like that. But yeah, these are super tasty. Like, I'm not even a huge cupcake guy, realistically. Like, I like cupcakes fine, but like, they're not a favorite thing of mine. But I like these. These are really good, and I think they hit really nice, especially as a fall item. Yeah. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Well, we are at the end of fall, so I don't know that I'll have an opportunity to get them again, unless they decide to keep them into December, but I imagine they'll probably have a different flavor of the month. But I'll say this, like, I would not only would I go over there and get these again, these are the type of cupcakes where I would go over there, I would get like a full thing of these and like bring these to an occasion. Because not only do I just feel they're, executed well, and again, I think all the flavor combinations work, but there's something a little bit different, They're certainly, like I said, the flavors are there, the flavors are familiar, but the, just what they're doing and, the idea of like an apple cider and apple spice donut, that's really cool, and it's something I personally haven't experienced before, so like, I would definitely get these again. And if I'm recommending them, 100%. Nothing wrong with getting some cupcakes, you get some chocolate or whatever. But again, these, they're, maybe, I don't know if I'd go as far as to call them a showstopper. But there's certainly a conversation piece. You're going to bring these in, you're going to let other people try these, and I think that they're genuinely going to be impressed. And like, again, because they are a little bit unusual, a little bit non-standard, that's something cool, and I like that. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly apple cider / spice-tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite type of muffin, or not, well, I mean, I guess you could do muffin too. Your favorite type of cupcake. The best cupcake I ever had, it was from a place called Burger Antics, and I've reviewed some of their stuff, so go look up those reviews if you're interested. But one year, they had a special item. It was only available, for St. Patrick's Day, and it was like a Guinness Guinness cupcake, and it was like insanely good. Like it was one of those things where it's like I ate it and I just wanted another one, but it was so much that I was like I can't. It was so delicious and so rich, and I was so full, and I was like I want more, but I can't. But let me know your personal opinion. Anyway,